A star shines on the hour of our meeting, and welcome everyone to Chapter 22 of my Fire Emblem 6 Lowton Camp playthrough. Chapter 22 has a very interesting gimmick in a game where every maps are siege maps. You have to send two characters to both corners of the map before being able to open the middle room where Zephyr is the boss and the throne to seize prison. The stars are blocked by powerful heroes, so we need to send characters powerful enough on each side to defeat them. On top of that, our party is split, so we can't do whatever we want. So the first obvious step is to send Roy in the middle room, since he needs to seize. We only have one warp staff used right now, and it's for the left side, so we can't use that there. There is a way to send the warp staff to both teams with good planning, but then again that's only if you have more than one use. So Roy is going to be transported the normal way thanks to all our fairy units. And as usual, turn 1 is when we set up the big rescue chain. Shanna rescues Melody, Lana dances Shanna, and Shanna drops Melody midway through. On the left side, Nime is going to use the very last use of the warp staff to send Soul to the top left, since it takes forever to get there otherwise. Soul will use our last chest key to get the slip staff, which will come in handy later. Lena is also there, but she's instead going to follow the normal path towards the boss room. To the right side, we'll send our best Team B to deal with the hero, Diane and Fa. In order to get through the first enemy phase safely, there's a few things that need to happen. The first one is that Soul needs to get a 6% critical on the general blocking the way in order to kill it. On the right side, Lalum doesn't actually face a chance of death, but Melody sure does. She'll be attacked by 3 enemies here, a mercenary that is tier 11, a sniper, and a druid. These two have around 65% displayed hit, and she needs to dodge at least one of the two in order to survive. Lastly, Roy needs to dodge a 38% hit berserk, as we have no way to hit that whatsoever. You might have noticed that Sophia or Percival was not targeted here, and that's because we unequipped them during preps to greatly increase our odds of dealing with that berserk staff, actually making the dodge possible in Sophia's case. On turn 2, Roy gets to use one more power boots and gets next to Shanna, who transports him one full movement away from the throne room. Sol will easily be able to dispose of the top left hero. We still need Roy to hit the boss door by the end of the turn, so we have to dance Shanna somehow. Turns out we still have one last trash unit in the name of Sophia around, and she got a buttering just for that on chapter 21. That mercenary that Lalum could easily tank? Sophia gets doubled and dies on the first hit. Good unit. Percival will then rescue her and will bring her to Melody, who gets to join her brother to the graves to dance Lalum again. It had to happen, I'm sorry, yours best. And with that, and 15 movement, Lalum has just enough movement to reach Shanna and dance her, who can now drop Roy in front of the boss room. On the right side, Diane will drop our favorite Divine Chicken so she can reach the hero and kill it next turn. Enemy phase 2 doesn't have much going on outside of Juggernauts destroying everything, and having no chance of death either. At this point, we actually have all the stats we will ever need, so level ups don't matter. The only requirement here is that Lilina needs to get +1 magic on her next level up, which is a non-issue when you have a 70% magic roll. She also once again needs to dodge the berserk staff, but that's about it. If we want to talk about stats though, here's the movement stats for our main team. Percival has 10 movement, Roy and Lina are at 12 movement, Shanna and Diane 14, and finally Lalum is at 15, the cap. We'll use 2 more pair of boots on the last turn of this chapter, which leaves 3 more pair of boots still available to use on the last 2 chapters. On turn 3 and our last turn, everything is in place. Soul takes the tile, and in fact kills the top right hero with an easy 50% critical, so Diane can take the title as well. Once that's done, we just need Roy to end this turn in front of the boss room, and we'll take that opportunity to use one more pair of boots. Now, in order to kill Zephyr, you probably expect the multi, right? Well, it doesn't give us any crit, and isn't enough to one-round KO, so we need to go for a double 27% critical with a kill event. And yet, this is not enough, so we have to go with Lina and her mighty bolting tome to finish him off. Still no crit chance, but with 25 magics and 23 speed, that's enough to double him and finish him off. Lelum, with 15 movement, has just enough movement to reach Roy to dance him, and Roy just enough movement to seize the throne. And that's chapter 22 completed in 3 turns. See you next time for chapter 23.